Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wanted to start off by working in my junk journal, and I won't be every day, but whenever I can, I would like to participate in the Junk Journal July challenge. It is hosted by Make Journals, and I thought I have this quiet moment here for lunch, and I wanted to work on a couple of page spreads. This is, I just printed the printable from Make Journals, and there are 31 prompts, and so let's get started. I will leave the link below to the explanation video of my thoughts behind, or what I'm going to be using for Junk Journal July, but for this video I just really wanted to create a little bit and enjoy this nice quiet time with you, and get started with the Junk Journal July. So I think this is perfect for the front here. I was thinking of maybe putting it on the front, but I will leave this little tuck spot for a different item. I'm just going to get my glue here and just directly stick it in, because there's already an embellishment here on the front. It's absolutely perfect. I mean, I could add some washi tape or something to the back, but I think I'm just gonna go right into it. So day 1 is good vibes, day 2 is pop of color, number 3 is negative space, number 4 is tickets and tags. I don't think well, I know I won't be able to do all of them, but even if I can get just one of them done, I'll be very pleased. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of enjoy this nice quiet time and play with some of the papers. I miss my junk journaling. I'm looking for my Hobonichi, which is right here. So I do my daily journaling, but it's more of like, it's a creative, colorful doodles and tip-ins and things like that. So I do this on a, I'm not going to say daily basis, because it's really not on a daily basis, but yeah, I do it several times a week, and I catch up and I do this kind of journaling. And then of course I have the traveler's notebooks as well, to kind of keep track of my travels and food adventures and things like that, but I haven't really reached or touched my junk journaling supplies recently, and this is just a perfect timing for that. So I've already forgotten, it says good vibes and pop of color. I wonder if I can do both. I remember when I was filming the other video, I was impressed with this because of the pop of color. It's so pretty. It's hard to explain. It's like a coral, peach. It's a beautiful color. It's kind of looking orangey on camera, I think, but it's, yeah, I kind of want to, maybe if I open it up and just rip off a piece, that would be really nice. Okay, so good vibes. I think I'm gonna look for a quote and write that in later. And maybe I'll combine the two, good vibes and pop of color, on one page spread. And I will leave I'll leave the link to Make Journals, of course. And I'm pretty sure she will go into more explanation, but this is just supposed to be fun and, yeah, fun and carefree. Oh, this peach is nice too. I really don't want to overthink things. So there's this one kind of dictionary page, but I think I'm going to just glue it down and then layer it on top. I think that would be fun. Let's see what this looks like. And I've explained this in my Hobonichi, I think, journaling videos, but I'm tearing the paper that I want to use. I'm tearing it away so that there's more of the white paper edge showing. I'll share with you what it looks like if I tear this piece towards me. It looks a little bit different. So you can see the difference there. The white edge is showing, and then that little bit where I tore the paper towards me, it's not exposing much of that paper, but I like this kind of torn edge look. So I'm going to continue to tear away this piece that I want to use away from me so that I can pop it into the journal. You can see how that looks. That little bit there is where I was just showing you the demonstration. But yeah, I like the look of the torn bit. I kind of look like that bias tape part too. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to layer some more bits here, and I'm going to look for a quote. Or I might just write something. So what I'm looking for is oh, that's perfect. A piece of paper, something like this. It doesn't have to be lined, but I can write a quote here. It says sweet memories. I don't know if that's showing up, but, and maybe I will stamp out good vibes. I'm not sure if this will be in frame. I'm hoping it's in frame. So let me know if you're participating in the Junk Journal July challenge. I'd love to know if you will be participating as well. I'm looking through my little ink drawer here to see, do I want to do green, or maybe this type of green is nice too. Let's do that. And then I'm going to grab my Hobonichi, because I always end up inking the excess ink onto my journal pages. I don't know if I can easily find one, but it just creates like this really fun background with like a bunch of letters. Yeah, I can't find one at this moment, but yeah, I do tend to stamp out, well, you can kind of see here, I stamp out the excess ink onto a separate page or like a separate piece of paper. Anyways, so let's grab a blank page. Let's grab a blank page here where I can kind of stamp off the excess. And so it's good vibes, and actually let's do two different colors. Good vibes and pop of color. I originally went right to this, but I think I'll do these two greens. Sometimes I'll just stick it down as is, and I'll layer it as I go. And then sometimes I'm like this and I'm overthinking and I plan out all the different pieces, but I should just kind of go with the flow and stick things down, eh? I'm looking for a smaller piece of paper where I can add the title. Oh, I kind of want to add this on the corner too. These little frames. This is for day 1 and day 2. I might use some of the craft paper. Okay, let's do that. So I'm gonna add the craft paper first. If I put it in the front, I feel like I'm losing a lot of that newspaper in the not newspaper, the dictionary in the back. So I'm going to put the craft paper down first. Oh, actually, I should have stamped first. Let's see if I can, because this is a little bit, because of this one here, it's causing the notebook to come off the table, but, and then of course this is not flat. Let's see if this is going to work. So day 1 is good vibes. I'm just making sure. I think it's okay if I stamp onto the page as well, like the dictionary page. When I'm stamping the excess, I'm kind of rotating so it's not, the letters aren't all in the same direction. It kind of has a fun effect. So good vibes, and the other one is pop of color. This black is very vibrant, so just be careful. I'm just like really lightly touching it. Pop of color. So that's what it looks like. I'm just going to glue this down first. So just a small little layering tip, or you probably already know this, but with the fun with the layers is that you can visually see that you're layering it on top of each other. So if you have this small piece but you cover up this corner, you don't, I mean, you can see that there are different papers here, but if you just move it a little, like slightly off to the side, you can see this layer peeking through, and that just kind of gives it more of like a layering in your face type of thing. Of course you can just do that as well, but I think it's always fun to show it off a little bit. So you can choose to, if you want to bring this to the forefront, you can do that, or you can have it tucked in the back there. Ideally I like to have it a little bit more off and like uneven, so not like this where it's uneven, like it looks like a staircase. I like it when it's kind of off and wonky, but yeah, those are just my little quirks, and sometimes I do it and then sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm in a rush and I'll just slap things on, and usually those are the times when it kind of works out. So like I said earlier, sometimes I overanalyze and I think, oh, this piece should be over here, maybe a millimeter off to the side, and it takes away from the fun. I think I have to remind myself of that as well. So just grabbing some washi tape and these cute little stars there. I think I'll write on here day 2, or number 1 and number 2. This is a small piece that I ripped off the edge. Where should I put it? One and 2, and then I'll find a quote of something here. I don't know if there's any, I feel like something is missing over here, but I think that's okay. Oh, I just rediscovered my little written sentiments. Oh, that's fun. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna find a quote instead. But it's fun to rediscover these little written out headings and things. Where did I keep that? I think I had them in here. Yeah, I need to organize my little junk journal folder here. I received a little happy mail from Yu Techo, and I'm wondering if I can cut this piece out and stick it off onto the side there. Sorry, this is quite slow-paced journal with me session, so please feel free to fast forward if you like, but I think I'll finish it and I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to add washi tape, something straight on the bottom. You could probably just rip a piece. There you go. And I'm left with these stars, but I'm not entirely sure I like them at this point, so there we go. Okay, so there's number 1 and number 2, negative space and tickets and tags. Negative space. I think maybe I'll use that for negative space. It's your journal, so if you want to flip through your pages and you feel like, oh, this page spread right here is calling out to me today, or this paper I really want to use for my other spread, you can totally just rip it out. Don't feel bad. It's your journal, so whatever it's, you know, whatever you feel like doing, please feel free to do that. There's been times where I ripped it, but I've left a little tiny bit on the edge there, and I've used that little edge as a border, as a part of the journal spread. So never feel bad to, you know, rip things out or jump from page to page. But, oh, there's some little goodies in there that I forgot to take out. But yes, I'm not good with negative space. Let's see if there's something in here. So I have this, like, yeah, this spiral bound kind of junk journal in a way, but I'm really bad with negative space, and I think there's one that's really simple. See, something like that. A really big sticker or some kind of an image, and then a very simple sentiment would be good. And so don't feel like you have to stick to like an actual big journal. You can use something like this, like a spiral bound little notepad if you want to use a smaller kind of notebook. And so maybe I'll look through here and just, I've used a lot of these. I think this is the second one that I have. The other one I have, maybe it's in the other cover, but is missing a lot of them. But this one still has a lot of the sentiments left. So maybe I'll try and make a simple page spread with the negative space, but we'll have to see. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this junk journal session. I don't, like I mentioned in the other video, I don't think I'll be able to do one video for every single prompt, but I'll come on here once in a while and share with you how it's going. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.